When I first started getting into higher end and custom knives several years ago, one of the first sharpening systems I bought was a leather wheels system. I think it's the Razor Sharp, and highly recommended. Awesome sharpening system, and would still be using it to this day, even though it's 15, 16 years old. It still is in great shape. It just didn't fit my new buffer when I replaced my buffer a couple of years ago. So I got away from the paper wheels, even though I loved them. Everybody recommended either the felt 72-inch belt that you could put compound on, or the leather belt. And I had already bought some of those felt ones, and I tried that, didn't care for that, so I ended up trying the leather belt. So this is the leather belt that I got, and I guess it came highly recommended. There's only one company that I know of that makes it, and I know people really like them. Um, One of the first things I noticed is it only fit on one of my grinders. And at that time, it was only fitting on my TW90 with the 8-inch wheel. And the 8-inch wheel the tooling arm had to be pushed all the way in. And I could only get like one click on the tensioning. And I knew it was going to stretch. But I thought it was kind of odd that it only fit that one grinder. And if I hadn't had that grinder, it wasn't going to fit my others. The next thing I noticed was this right here. You can see how bad that's wobbling. This is full tension, and it's pretty smooth when you touch it, but you can see it's moving back and forth quite a bit. And it's not so much that it's even wobbling, it's just that it's not cut straight. So that's the main thing. And I did use this for sharpening and just didn't care for it a whole lot. So when I get to blade, kind of kitty corner from my table is Phoenix Abrasives. I have been dealing with Sean and Greg over at Phoenix for quite a few years. They've always had great service and great prices on belts. Very helpful. And they had these. This is a stacked leather wheel, very similar to my paper wheels, except the paper wheels are actually glued together. The leather ones are just pretty much stacks of leather discs. And it's probably about an inch thick. You'll notice that there are gaps in there. As soon as you turn this on and get it spinning, it tightens right up. So that's what I did, and we will start this up, and we'll get her up to full speed. Now, number one, what I like about this is how true it runs. It is super smooth. There is no side-to-side wobble. And this is what I've been using for the final buff on my edges. And it brings me back to what I used to get, the quality I used to get from the paper wheels with using leather instead. So I'm really impressed. They aren't real cheap. It was $75, I think, for the 10-inch. I think this one is, but they also had it in 6-inch maybe. So if you want to run it on a smaller one. The other nice thing is that they come with the red plastic variable size center bushings. So whatever size arbor you have on your buffer, it will fit. I know a lot of other companies that sell buffs and stuff like that, they charge you extra for that little adapter, but Phoenix always seems to throw it in included. So it works out really good. Check out Phoenix Abrasives for these. I think I got the last one that they had at Blade, but it's been a game changer, or I shouldn't say game changer, but it's brought me back to the quality that I was getting with the paper wheels, and the leather belt just never gave me that quality, and it was much harder to sharpen on because of that wobble. So check them out at Phoenix Abrasives. Bye.